name is Isma Brush, and as you see, I'm with Kindermusik, with Miss Isma around Fayetteville. I don't have one location. I am at seven different rec centers all around. Kindermusik is a music and movement class for babies all the way up to 7 years old. It's a mommy and me type class, and like I've said before, I get them ready for music lessons later. We teach rhythm, we teach ups and downs, highs and lows. They hear pitches. We do sign language. We are up and moving around. We are reading books every session. We read a book. We have instrument time and that kind of thing. But it's one of those fun, get off your feet, move around thing. I was saying in my last presentation that I have parents that sit there and go, you want me to do what? I thought I was coming to drop my kid off and you were going to do something that's going to pick my up again. They'd be great. No, you've got to get in there and do it with them. But once parents realize that if you get up and do the activities with the child will really enjoy it. So I was going to go through a few activities with you today and let you be my students today. Okay. I was going to do 3 different levels of, the first one is what I would be doing with what I call my wobblers. They're starting to walk, but they're not confident with their walking yet, but they're sitting up well enough to be sitting by themselves and to hold stuff while sitting. So this one we're working with chime balls. They're wobblers. There's adults that are wobblers too, by the way.
As I get older, I wobble.
There you go, there's your chime ball. Who wants one?
Is this the youngest that you start at?
Babies, all the way up to 7 years
Well, when
old.
you say babies,
I mean, they have to hospital.
ah.
All right. So, and I had a mom yesterday that came in and she had an infant attached to her. And she's like, she's just going to sleep the whole time. I'm like, no, take her out. Well, what can I do with her? I'll tell you what to do with her. While your toddler is running around and doing stuff and moving his arms like this, you lay the infant down and move her legs, move her arms. So she's hearing the music while getting the movement and she's picking it up. So I've got several that are like, well, I've got a baby. Well, bring the baby. We can work with the baby and the toddler because I don't have a baby in the classroom, so my lap is free, my hands are free. I'll take your toddler and work with them while you work with the baby. Or I'll take the baby and you work with the toddler, whichever one you want, or do both. You know? So, all right. Now let's see if my phone will cooperate. All right, so this one is go to the chime balls, and you're going to shake them, and then you're going to hide them, and then you're going to bring them back out again. Because it's teaching them the tempo. Let's see if it works. It's not working. Okay. We're going to get the other set up. Hold on. Let's try it.
Technology would be wonderful.
I know, technology is just wonderful, isn't it? Don't you love it when it works?
When it works.
All right. Is it working? Ah. Can you hear it? It's not going to be very loud. All right, well, I'll just sing it. We're just going to sing it and go with it. I know the song anyway. You take the balls, you go jingle, 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 go the chime balls, jingle, 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 go the balls. Lost them, where are the chime balls? Found them, here are the chime balls. So you go from the slow tempo, okay, and then you go really fast and shake them, and the kids absolutely love it. I mean, they're like, yes, get the shake this thing. And the funny thing is that they get older, they're like, look, I can throw it. And it makes a great sound, which is absolutely hilarious. But they're like, don't throw that. And I'm like, it's okay.
Bounce it off the other child's head.
Well, that's the problem. But I haven't had that issue yet, and I have parents like, don't throw it, don't do this. I'm like, let them do it. And we even do it where we jingle, jingle, jingle up high, we jingle down low, we jingle behind our back, we jingle behind our head. And the whole time it's teaching them head, high, low, back. You know, I just ended up jingle under your knees and jingle, you know, and it's teaching them their different body parts, that kind of thing. All right, so next one is, what am I doing next? I have to sing all of them, but it's okay. There we go. Egg shakers. This is one of the most favorite things of my kids are egg shakers. The babies can grab them. They're just big, they can grab them, and they will shake the mess out of them, and they love them.
Is it rice? What is it?
I don't know if it's rice or beans, but I used to make these as a kid with the regular Easter eggs. You put rice in them and glue them together. I'm in my preschool classroom too. The kids love them. Because when I taught preschool, I couldn't afford to buy these things. So I just got Easter eggs on sale and filled them full of rice. And the kids, now those you can stomp in the rice because everywhere. That's fun. These are a little bit thicker. So they can stomp.
Now we're going to use the vacuum cleaner to music.
Exactly. The vacuum to the music. All right, who wants egg shakers?
There you go.
Back row. Really? Anybody in the back row?
Oh. You know what?
People on the side that are right there talking.
A little bigger than that.
Anybody else? Oh, we got one right. Hold on. I got one now. Alright, so this one it's called Let's Go Riding Together. And on this one, you're sitting on the floor, and you've got your baby or your toddler or whoever sitting in your lap. And you're bouncing your knees, bouncing them. So they're hearing the sound, you're bouncing your knees to the tempo of the song, and they're shaking at the same time. It's three different things, and you think that's way overwhelming, and for some kids it can be. And if you notice they're overwhelmed, then you stop doing one thing. You know, I have some kids, I have an autistic boy that's coming now, and that is way too overwhelming for him. He can only do one thing at a time. So mom just sings to him. She doesn't bounce him, she doesn't use the egg shakers. So, and he's okay with that. So it just, you got to gauge your children how it goes. But this one is Let's Go Riding Together, and you just shake as the tempo, and it goes, let's go riding together, 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 let's go riding together, away we go, riding here and riding there, it's fun to ride with everyone, fine, fine day, don't forget it, oh, and then you go to Let's Go Driving, let's start driving, and that is the sign language for car. And I tell them ahead of time, we're going to drive, we're going to ride, and we're going to do a train with Let's Go Driving Together and do the train. And you can still hear the egg shakers as you hold it, but you're using your arms like the train, where the train goes. So it's one of their favorite things. They will hold on to these egg shakers for the next 3 songs, don't even require egg shakers. And I'm okay with that, because I'll go, okay, it's time to put the eggs away. And they'll go, uh-huh. And some will give them back, some will not. And I don't fuss about it. I have parents say, you got to put that back in the basket. No, it's okay. Let them have it. Let them they're still enjoying. And the next song, they'll still be shaking along to the song. They'll hear it. So, all right, last one, and this is probably the men will like this better than the egg shakers and stuff. And this is also one of my favorites. Now, that one, the Let's Go Riding, that's for my toddlers that can walk and move, and a lot of times they'll walk around and bounce as they're doing it, or they'll walk and drive. This one is for my 2 to 4-year-olds, and these are the rhythm sticks. And these, the babies like these to chew on them. They have been cleaned. I clean them after every single class, and I clean them with Melaleuca cleaning stuff, which is all natural stuff. So they are cleaned well every class, I promise. So. Who wants the beanie sticks?
I think all of us. All of us are accustomed to a little baby snap.
Baby snot, yeah. It's angel juice. Get it right. It is angel juice. Really? You didn't even get any? He's got a chime ball. Oh, he's got a chime ball.
That's all right. I can multitask.
All right. So this one is one of the favorites I do over and over again, and my kids laugh about it because when I did my practice classes, my kids had to come in and be my recording people. They had to, and they were like, "This is so baby." But on the way home, they're going, "Roly poly, roly poly." You said it was baby, but you singing roly poly now, so I don't want to hear it. But it was one of their favorites. I thought it was funny. But this one is teaching, again, highs and lows and following direction and listening to the music. And it goes, roly poly, up, up, up. Roly poly, out, out, out. Roly poly, tap, tap, tap. Roly poly, lay them in your lap. And then it goes really fast. Roly poly, and they love that. I don't know why. We do the Mary Had a Little Lamb or Mary Rode Your Boat or whatever, and do the rounds. And the faster you get, the more the kids get into it. It's the funniest thing. Or head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And you have to do it really fast. They love it. And they will do roly poly 5 times if I let them. And I will. I will throw out some of those small, the slows that they don't like, and let them have time to do roly poly because they love it. And after roly poly, we just play music and let them explore the rhythm sticks. They can tap them, they tap them by the ends. We go through tap them on your head, tap them on your knees, tap them on your elbow, and then we do tapping against each other. And as they're doing this, I'm explaining to the parents, this is their rhythm of keeping the steady beat. Is also eye-hand coordination, fine motor skills, listening skills of now do this, can you do this, and showing them all kinds of different ways. And again, I have not yet had someone knock somebody in the head with these. Knock on some wood somewhere. But by the time we get to the rhythm sticks, the little boys are like, this is fun, I get to play with sticks and big things. And I have not brought out the drums yet for any of my classes yet, because I want to get the kids to where I know they'll listen to me first. And then you bring out the drums. And when you bring out the drums, that is just, that class that you bring the drums out, I have to warn the parents ahead of time. And that's all we do. We do a couple little things first, and then I bring the drums out, and we play the drums the rest of the time. And they're just little, like almost like tambourine without the shakers on it, but they love those little drums. They want to beat you to it, and we play all the music and that kind of thing. At the end of a class, I'll say, what was your favorite thing about class? What do you want to do again real quick before we leave? And if I have time. Sometimes I don't, when they do everything over and over again. But yesterday I had a class in the morning, and I had 2 2-year-olds and then 2 infants. And the 2-year-olds wanted to keep doing stuff over and over again. So we only got about halfway through the lesson. Yesterday afternoon, I had 5, and they were 3 and 4 and then 1 infant. They wanted to keep going through and do the next one. I want to do the next thing. I want to do the next thing. And we got done in like 30 minutes. And I was like, y'all, we're done with the lesson already. And you still got 15 more minutes. I said, okay, what do you want to go back and redo? So we went back and redid some stuff. And then they were like, hey, just more. And they just wanted to do the next thing. So each class is going to be different. Each class is going to require more or less from me. And so far I've had all my parents participating. So if you know of anybody, and last time I was here, week before last, I was asking about help getting the word out, and someone mentioned Bumbledoos. And I went to Bumbledoos that day, and they said, we're having a thing on Saturday, our birthday celebration. You want a booth? And I said, I've never done a booth. How do you do a booth? What do I do? And she said, just bring your stuff. I was like, I don't have a banner, I don't have anything. So I literally went to A.C. Moore's and got one of those science fair things. I glittered some letters and put them up there. That was my sign. But I had 40 people sign up. I got a new location at Spring Lake. That's people come and going, I need a place at Spring Lake. I'm starting Spring Lake today, and I've got people coming in. So I'm like,
that's great.
Thank you, 1 million cups. But I have, I'm at Hope Mills. I haven't started Hope Mills yet. Stony Point, College Lakes, Pine Forest, E.E. Miller, Stedman. Yeah.
Now, are all your classes on your website?
Yes.
Okay.
All the classes are up here. And then all the benefits, my schedule is down. Yeah, find the class. And then all the benefits and stuff are here, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm very unprepared. I have absolutely no handouts and no flyers because I've run out of them.
But you have a website.
I do have a website, and I have, and it's literally just Kindermusik with Miss Isma at kindermusik.com. My email is kindermusik with Miss Isma at Yahoo. You can find me on Facebook. Just put in Kindermusik with Miss Isma. And I've got all that. I've been posting on Facebook, and I'm getting it out there. So now that I've got people coming to the classes, they're telling other people, which is what I needed, is the word of mouth. Because when I first met Carla, she told me,
Look out.
listen, your clientele this month will not be here next month. And the people who are going to be here next month don't even know you exist yet. So you've got to have people saying, hey, now that you're new and you're new here and your family's moved here, you need something for your kids to do. Come with Kindermusik with me. So, and I'm getting the word out, and I've had people coming who want to get the word out. But if you know of anybody, you have children yourself or grandchildren, send them to me.
That's awesome.
So,
Have
Yes,
you by
ma'am.
any chance tried putting some flyers at like some of the local daycares, maybe close
Yes.
close to you, trying to hook up with several maybe
Yes.
that have branches and have several locations and try to get in and make a contact and put some flyers out there?
well, when I first moved here in March, I tried to get, my original plan was to go to the daycares and do the classes at the daycares. They were not receptive of that.
Okay.
And I don't know why. It was a no-brainer to me, but to them it was like, it's really too much work. So somebody said about the rec center, I went to the rec centers. But every rec center is doing a little help for me, and they have been going around putting out flyers. Because if I walk in and do it, they're going to say, yeah, okay, great, go in the trash can.
Yeah.
If the rec center walks in, I don't know why,
That's right.
Yeah.
but they'll put out stuff for the rec center. They will
Yes.
not put out stuff for me. And it's
That's
the
right.
same exact flyer.
They don't know.
I guess it's the people. So each director has gone to their area around
Right.
in their rec center and
Because
put,
they have a
stuff out.
reputation with those people.
They
already.
do,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you're in a know.
Yeah, so, and that's how I've gotten a lot of my people have called and said, well, I have my kid came home with this today, so, yeah.
Social media, having Facebook connections, Pinterest, Twitter, pictures,
Yeah,
things like that. If you have a short YouTube clip, as long as you entitle it properly, you
Yeah.
get people who are checking you out that way. There are a
Don't forget
number
to
of
get
platforms that are very helpful, and you might try that out.
yeah. I've already told, the rec center directors, I'm like, okay, when I get my classes going really good, I'm gonna get the parental consent from all the parents, and I'm gonna get the directors to come in and take some pictures while we're in the middle of class. They can actually see me doing the classes, and they can share it on their page. Kindermusik does have their own YouTube channel that has classes that are being shown, that kind of thing. And that's what, when I was at the booth 2 Saturdays ago, I actually had my laptop up with those classes playing. It didn't last very long because the Wi-Fi went down, but that is a good thing. They can go in, because I actually had a parent that came in and said she was due that day. And she's like, well, I have son baby up next year. And I was like, no, you can bring him next week when he's out. And she said, what are you going to do with a baby? And I grabbed my phone, I pulled up an infant class. I said, here, that's what I'm going to do. And she goes, oh, I didn't think about that. You're just moving the baby. I was like, yeah. She goes, look at him smile. And I was like, exactly. And she goes, oh, well, look at it. And she just emailed me and said, he's 1 week old now, and I'm going to give it, he had jaundice. So I'm going to give it a month. And I said, whenever you're comfortable, whenever you feel, because I mean, I know some parents don't want to take their babies out until they're a month or 2 old, which is fine, whatever. Whenever you're comfortable, you bring them to me. Because I have the same rules the daycares do. Don't come to me if you've got a fever or you've been sick, because I don't want you. I love you, but I don't want you. And even though I do clean my instruments after every single thing, babies cough and sneeze and snot and everything else. So it's gonna spread germs. So don't bring your sick babies to me. I love them. I don't want them, but I do makeup classes and that kind of stuff. So if you miss a class, I'll make sure you get the next class and you won't miss anything. So, yeah.
How about churches? I know that churches often have children's programs, and they're always looking for new stuff to do.
Yeah, and I have tried a couple churches, and they're with how churches go. Lord love them. You can't just say, okay, we're going to do this. You have to go to this committee, and then go to that committee, and then go to this committee, and then get approved by this person. So I've got a couple in the process of all those committees and stuff. So, and I'm trying to go and do Which I would love doing this with a room full of deacons. That would be hilarious. Because they'd be like, no, not doing it. Yes, you are.
What impresses me about Kindermusik is what you actually have to go through to be a Kindermusik instructor. It's
Oh, yeah.
not something you can just sign up for and do.
I did. I signed up, and it's an online thing, but you go through to even start paying for the online course. They give you 2 weeks. They give you some songs and some music, and they call you, and you have to do an audition over the phone.
Really?
And you have to sing over the phone. That if your pitch is good enough, and if you don't have the right pitch, if you can't get high enough or low enough, you can't do it. Yeah, you have to have the correct pitch to do it. And it was funny because when I signed up for mine, they said, "When would you like to do it next week?" I said, "Call me tomorrow." And they were like, "We know you need time." I'm like, "My son was in Kindermusik for 7 years. I know the songs. I got it. Call me tomorrow." And she called me and she goes, "Oh, you're good." I was like, "I know." My plan was to speed through it real fast and get it done fast. But when you get into the book stuff, I mean, you read, you have a whole line, you read a whole bunch of articles and stuff, and then you have to answer questions. And they test you on everything. If you don't pass it, you got to go back to the beginning and start again. So, and then they have to approve you, and then you have I have a business coach for the next year. But the last part of it was the business part of it. I had to go here, talk to this person, do this, and then email me back and let me know what happened. So before I got licensed, I already had classes signed up. I already had stuff lined up. They did not, okay, you can do it now. Go for it by yourself. No, they made sure they went through every step with me. So
Yeah, it's quite extensive. And the
It
other
is.
impressive thing for you here in Fayetteville is that the only other place someone can go for Kindermusik is Snyder Memorial.
Oh.
So that's one central location, and they've done it for years. But now with Isma doing this, she's all over Fayetteville in all the
Yeah.
different. So
That
it
is the
really
best
broadened
thing.
the
That's
scope
nice.
Yeah.
for parents to be able to go to all those different locations, and she's the only one. So that's a great thing.
yes, ma'am.
Another resource you may want to consider is Lloyd and Lori Dellinger have one of the largest consignment sales in Fayetteville. They have it twice a year, and they've been doing it so many years. They've grown bigger and bigger, and now they rent the Agri Expo Center.
Ah.
It's absolutely enormous,
It's
and
mostly kids' clothes, right?
it is. It's
Well,
children.
up to
It's
between-
still children. Yeah, up to like probably
It's
middle
October
school.
16th through the 18th. I know these things because I've been coming. At the Crown Expo Center, the Kids Closet Connection, and they do vendor booths. So if you need
Yeah,
that info, let
that's
me
what
know.
I'm saying.
And I'm going to be at the what is it? The Trail of Candy.
The Trail of Terror.
But I'm at Trail of Candy. I'm not
Which I
Trail of
have
Terror.
posters for. Yeah, we have a Trail of Candy, Valley of Shopping, and we have vendor opportunities at that. ISMA will be at that event. It's at the Stony Point Fire Station, and that's a community fire station, county fire station. So this is their big fundraiser that we do. This year they need air packs that are $250,000. And the air packs that they're using are 10 years old and expired. And the city doesn't pay for those because they're a county fire station. So if you live in that area and your house catches on fire, your firefighter's using a 10-year-old air pack coming in rescue. And that would be my son. He's a paid firefighter. So, you know, I kind of want him to be able to breathe when he's coming to your house. Just saying. So I do have posters up here, but ISMA's going to be there. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. We have several local businesses from home-based per se businesses to Mike Booth's local attorney that will do a booth, and they do that for the firefighters.
All
Because
at
that's
the
their
same
source of
time, the
income.
Trail of Terror, the Trail of Candy.
No, they all have different
And they
days. We have
sing.
13 days. For the first time ever in 13 years, and we are station 13, we were rained out this past Friday night. So it was kind of weird because it was the 13th year and the third
Nothing
station
but rain
13. But you guys, if you haven't been, it's a great time. It's one of the longest haunted houses in North Carolina. And I mean that time-wise to go through it. It's about 40 minutes.
Wow.
$15, guys. I believe $15. It's a lot of fun. Sorry,
What is the cost for the class?
It is $50 a month, and that includes the way the Kindermusik curriculum works is they do 4-week sessions. Like for 4 weeks, we talk about transportation. Starting, what's that, 30th? Tomorrow, I will start the October session, which is how do I feel? It's all about feelings. And there'll be 4 weeks of that. Then we'll go on to, I think, animals. And then we'll go on to something else, shapes or color or something in each 4 weeks. So in the month, you pay for the 4 classes, $10 a class, and then you get the other $10 is for a digital at-home stuff that I pay for through Kindermusik, and it gives you a digital download of all the music, activities, the book that we read, and extra stuff you can do at home so that you can continue it going while you're at home. And when I was at Bugs last week, we discussed when my son went through it, you actually got a little bag that had the book, a CD, and an instrument every month. They don't do that anymore. But somebody said, well, what if my child wants to play these instruments at home? So I'm working on a way to allow the parents to buy the instruments, they can have the instruments at home. Because, I mean, not everybody has a stack of rhythm sticks and egg shakers and bells on a stick and chime balls, and that's going to at home. So I'm working on that as well.
So it's 1 class a week,
Yes.
is that correct?
Mhm.
Do you ever have parents have more than 1 class a week for the children?
I have right now 2 that are enrolled that are actually getting Kindermusik at school every day. That are getting 20 minutes at school, and they said that's not enough. I want to come with them and do it with them. So they're paying for me to do the classes once a week because the classes at school are like 20 minutes. The schools now have the option of buying the curriculum, and their teachers are taught how to do it, but it's a narrowed down version. It's a 20-minute little quick, let's do 2 songs. They don't get all the instruments we get. It's just like a little tiny little teaser course of it. And there's not very many schools. I know that Fayetteville Tech actually does it with their preschool classrooms. And they do a little 20-minute class. And usually, I think it's free for most of them. They do it because it's just a little extra than they do for their daycares. So, but it's more expensive for the daycare than it would be for me to come in and do a whole 45-minute class. Plus, I come in and take all of your kids and you get a break. So, we'll see how that works. Yes, ma'am.
It's more to back up how good what you're doing is. Have you ever heard of brain balance?
Yes.
Because, okay, this backs up everything they say about how pathways in the brain are made, and it's all through physical action and things like that. And so if you have a parent that's like, well, I'm not sure if this is valuable to my kid, if you had some of the documentation from brain balance, you could show them this is going to increase your kid's likelihood of not having, issues at school, having better fine motor control, all those things, because this is the kind of stuff they say helps.
Yeah. My background, I actually have a 4-year degree from UNCW in early education, birth through kindergarten, with a concentration in music. So this is my area. And everything we learned about, the cognitive development, social development, language development, listening skills, all of that this is like a preschool classroom on steroids. So we touch on that every single, and throughout the class, as I'm doing stuff, the parents are like, why are we doing this? I'm explaining, we're doing this because it's teaching them tempo, this teaching them rhythm, this teaching them, and as they get older, we use those words. What's the tempo? The tempo fast, tempo slow. We use the musical terms, decrescendo and forte and mezzo forte and piano and that kind of thing, and they know what those mean now. So, and because they've learned it step by step.
But even if they never go on and do anything in music,
right?
It's done so much for their development.
Yes.
You can't replace it.
Simply, every lesson we go through 4 or 5 different sign language things. And my son, as an infant, was taught sign language just because I wanted, as my background, that was a good thing to do. And he knew sign language, and that helped him with his developmentally because he could communicate with me. And these children are learning how to communicate. At the booth 2 weeks ago, I had these little kids that kept coming playing the instruments. And while they were there, I was teaching them stop and go. Stop, and they're like, okay, you do stop now, and I'll play. And I had one that had a triangle, and she was walking around the triangle, and another one had the drum, and they were having the best time that I was teaching them. And the mom was like, you just taught them stop and go and ball and car, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. And she's like, I got to sign them up. I was like, okay, I'm not bring them on. So. Anything else? Any more questions? Might as well play some more instruments.
Ms. Isma, what can the community do for you?
Send people to me.
We'll continue to do that?
Yeah, just when you see people, when you see kids bouncing around, dancing around, and people are like, gosh, you've got so much in general to do with them. Hey, I got something for you. Because like I said, I don't require them to sit and be still the whole time. They are up, moving, running around, and into the parents are like, it's okay. Let them. This is the fun of it. So it's a way to release energy and get their energy out and teach them at the same time.
That's right.
Thank you so much.